Hello, it's Tuesday. Librarian Lucille here with you on this beautiful snowy Tuesday here in Utah. I hope you're having a wonderful reading season because on the Northern Hemisphere we're experiencing some pretty cold wintry weather and then we're spending some time inside. I hope you're taking advantage of that and exploring some new books. This book I'm going to talk about today is not a book necessarily that I would have chosen for myself because it's about a genre of music that my older children knew about and enjoyed and appreciated. Do you know who Nirvana, Foo Fighters, Scream? Are those names of bands that you're familiar with? Then you may know the drummer and later to become the guitarist, Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl wrote a book about, calls it the Storyteller. So let me show you what it looks like. It shows a profile picture of him. Oh gosh, that does not show up well on there at all. It's called Dave Grohl, the Storyteller. #1 New York Times bestseller. He calls it Tales of Life and Music. Now this is a book, I tell you quite often to get a book to highlight and underline in paper. This is one you want to listen to in Audible. And the reason I say that, you may want to buy it later. I may still buy it. He has a chapter in there about grief. His father passed, one of his band members passed, Kurt Cobain. He talks about that. He talks about his best friend growing up, Russell, passed. And then he later talks about his drummer in Foo Fighters, Taylor, dying. And so he talks about remorse, and he does it beautifully. And he explains that in grief, there's no time limit. Nobody knows when it's going to hit. And everybody does it differently. And there's no roadmap for it. Everybody just has to go through it on their own. And I thought that was beautiful. Now, let me tell you too, this man is a poet. And you may know that already. I don't know anything about him, so for me it was very new and very fresh. His writing is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's like nourishment. It's like heavenly, wonderful, flavorful, seasoned food. It is just beautiful. So if you're needing some nourishment to your soul, I would strongly suggest that you consider Dave Grohl, the Storyteller, Tales of Life and Music. And the reason I say Audible is because he throws in some music, he has some excerpts, and you get to hear his voice. And he reads it way better than like I may read it. It has more impact. So consider that. I hope you're having a great Tuesday and enjoy your reading season. Explore things that you might not normally be interested in. And like in my case, I found a beautiful book that has just enriched my soul. And I can tell you from experience, his chapter about grief might just touch your soul and loosen up some spaces where you need to let things go. Have a great Tuesday.